Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where we embark on a journey through the vast expanse of human experience, seeking to understand the complexities of our shared past. Today, we find ourselves at the threshold of a fascinating tale, one that whispers secrets of a bygone era, of grandeur and decline, of the majestic Inca Empire. As we delve into this captivating narrative, let us first set our sights on the earliest whispers of this civilization, to the precursors who laid the groundwork for the rise of this mighty empire. In the realm of the Andes, where the sun dips into the horizon and paints the sky with hues of crimson and amber, there existed a multitude of cultures, each with their unique traditions and ways of life. The Quechua-speaking peoples, for instance, had already established complex societies in the region, with advanced agricultural systems and intricate networks of trade and commerce. It was amidst this rich tapestry that the foundations of the Inca Empire were laid, around the 13th century, specifically in the Cusco Valley, where the majestic Apurimac River flows. We find ourselves in the year 1200, a time when the city of Cusco was merely a small settlement, inhabited by the Quilca people. However, it was not until the arrival of the first Inca ruler, Manco Capac, around 1230, that the seeds of the empire were sown. According to legend, Manco Capac emerged from the waters of Lake Titicaca, carrying a golden staff, and was tasked by the sun god, Inti, to establish a new city. And so, he founded Cusco, which would eventually become the capital of the Inca Empire. As we explore the early history of the Inca Empire, we notice the significant influence of the region's geography on the development of their society. The Andes mountain range, with its snow-capped peaks and fertile valleys, provided both opportunities and challenges for the Incas. They developed advanced irrigation systems to cultivate crops such as maize, potatoes, and quinoa, which became staples of their diet. The Incas also established a network of trails and roads, including the famous Cojapac Nan, which connected Cusco to other parts of the empire and facilitated trade, communication, and military mobilization. One notable figure from this period is Sinchi Roca, the second Inca ruler, who expanded the empire's borders through a series of conquests. His reign marked the beginning of the Inca Empire's expansion, as they began to absorb neighboring tribes and cities. The Incas also developed a sophisticated system of record-keeping, using knotted strings called quipas to track taxes, tributes, and other important data. As we continue our journey through the earliest history of the Inca Empire, we find ourselves in the 14th century, a time of significant growth and transformation. The empire was expanding rapidly, with new territories being added to its dominion. The Incas were also developing their unique system of governance, which would eventually become a hallmark of their civilization. And so, dear listeners, as we conclude this initial foray into the origins of the Inca Empire, we find ourselves poised on the threshold of a new era, one that promises to be filled with drama, intrigue, and transformation. The stage is set, the players are in position, and the curtain is about to rise on the most glorious period of Inca history. Join me next as we enter the radiant splendor of the empire's apogee, where the sun shines bright upon the imperial city, and the very fabric of Andean society is forever altered. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we continue our journey through the captivating tale of the Inca Empire. As we enter the 15th century, the Inca Empire is on the cusp of a transformative era, one that will see it expand its territories, solidify its governance, and leave an indelible mark on the Andean landscape. The ruler who embodies this epoch of splendor is Pachacuti, often considered one of the most influential figures in Inca history. His reign, which began around 1438, marks a turning point in the empire's fortunes, as he embarks on a series of military campaigns that will more than double the empire's size. Under Pachacuti's visionary leadership, the Incas develop an intricate system of administration, dividing their vast territories into 4 main regions, each governed by a powerful official known as an apu. This bureaucratic structure allows for efficient governance, taxation, and mobilization of labor, enabling the Incas to undertake monumental construction projects like the renovation of Cusco, which becomes a city of breathtaking beauty with its imposing stone walls, grand plazas, and majestic temples. One of the most impressive achievements of this period is the expansion of the Coapacnan, the Inca road network, which stretches over 25,000 miles, connecting Cusco to the farthest reaches of the empire. This engineering marvel facilitates trade, communication, and the movement of armies, binding the vast territories together and cementing the Incas' control. The Incas also make significant strides in agriculture, developing sophisticated irrigation systems that allow them to cultivate crops in even the most inhospitable regions. Their expertise in terracing and crop rotation enables them to increase food production, supporting a growing population and providing surplus for trade and storage. As we explore this period of Inca history, we are struck by the empire's vibrant cultural landscape. The Incas develop a rich tradition of textiles, weaving exquisite fabrics from wool, cotton, and vicuna fibers. Their artisans create stunning works of art, including ceramics, metalwork, and wood carvings, which often depict mythological creatures and ancestral figures. The spiritual life of the Incas is equally fascinating, with their complex pantheon of gods and goddesses, each associated with natural phenomena like the sun, moon, and mountains. The cult of the sun god, Inti, plays a central role in Inca religion, with the emperor himself considered to be a divine being, a direct descendant of the sun. As we reach the zenith of the Inca Empire's power and influence, we find ourselves in the midst of a vibrant, dynamic society where culture, politics, and spirituality are intertwined. The empire's grandeur is palpable, from the majestic architecture of Cusco to the intricate networks of roads and trails that crisscross the Andes. And yet, as with all things, this period of glory is not without its challenges and contradictions. The Incas' expansionist policies lead to conflicts with neighboring tribes, while the empire's rigid social hierarchy creates tensions between the ruling elite and the common people. As we conclude our exploration of the Inca Empire's apogee, we are left with a sense of wonder at the achievements of this remarkable civilization. The stage is now set for the next chapter in the Inca saga, one that will be marked by dramatic events, internal strife, and the eventual decline of the empire. Join me next as we navigate the complex web of factors that contribute to the downfall of the Inca Empire and explore the lasting legacy of this fascinating civilization. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we continue our journey through the captivating tale of the Inca Empire. As we enter the 16th century, the Inca Empire is facing significant challenges. The death of Pachacuti in 1472 marks the beginning of a period of succession crises, with various claimants to the throne vying for power. His son, Tupac Yupanqui, succeeds him and continues to expand the empire, but his reign is cut short by his own death in 1493. The next ruler, Huayna Capac, faces significant challenges, including a devastating smallpox epidemic that sweeps through the empire, decimating the population and weakening the imperial structure. The empire's expansionist policies also lead to conflicts with neighboring tribes, such as the Chimu and the Canari, who resist Inca rule. The Inca's rigid social hierarchy creates tensions between the ruling elite and the common people, leading to internal unrest and rebellion. The Mita system, which requires subjects to provide labor for the empire, becomes increasingly burdensome, leading to widespread discontent. The arrival of the Spanish conquistadors in 1531 marks a turning point in the Inca Empire's fortunes. Led by Francisco Pizarro, the Spanish exploit the divisions within the empire and form alliances with disaffected tribes. The Spanish also introduced new technologies, such as firearms and cavalry, which give them a significant advantage over the Incas. The Battle of Cajamarca in 1532 is a devastating blow to the Inca Empire. The Spanish capture the emperor, Atahualpa, and hold him for ransom. Despite paying a vast treasure in gold and silver, Atahualpa is eventually executed, marking the end of the Inca Empire's independence. The Spanish establish their own capital in Lima and begin to impose their own language, culture, and institutions on the conquered territories. The legacy of the Inca Empire is complex and multifaceted. Despite their eventual decline, the Incas leave behind a rich cultural heritage, including their stunning textiles, ceramics, and metalwork. Their engineering feats, such as the Copac-Nan Road network, continue to inspire wonder and admiration. The Incas' spiritual practices, including their worship of the sun god Inti, continue to influence the region's folklore and traditions. As we conclude our exploration of the Inca Empire's decline, we are left with a sense of awe at the achievements of this remarkable civilization. From their humble beginnings in the Cusco Valley to their eventual downfall at the hands of the Spanish conquistadors, the Incas have left an indelible mark on the Andean landscape and the world beyond. Join me next as we explore the fascinating history of the Spanish colonial period in South America and examine the ways in which the legacy of the Inca Empire continues to shape the region's culture, politics, and identity. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.